What another week. Let's see exactly what is going on. Stay tuned. And I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. To this Dollar Tree over in Maplewood. Stable Milk is also a plus.
These past few years showed me.
Hey family, welcome back to another video. Today is Saturday, so you guys know what that means. We're going to bring along our news, comments, and reports, and I hope that you all do enjoy. This is Shauna, and I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. Let's go ahead and get today's video started. So another storm took place. There was a cyclone. I think the name is Alfred. It took out thousands of people's power over in Australia. Let us know if you guys heard about that one. I know there's a few more storms passing through. We had a major windstorm here in New Jersey. I mean, the winds were ridiculous. It actually blew off a piece of the front of my house. That's how bad the winds were. It was so bad to the point things were flying around outside till something said boom, and it woke me up out my sleep. And for that to wake me up out my sleep, y'all know those winds were strong. Garbage cans literally flying all over the place. It was ridiculous. Trees came down and everything. I'm not going to say one of the worst windstorms or highest winds that we had, but yeah, it's been a minute. The wind was ridiculous. Let us know, any of you who's checking in, have y'all experienced the heavy winds this week? Because we have. Elon Musk, y'all. So Elon Musk Starlink has a growing footprint in the federal government. Who knew that already? But when I say they doing all of this stuff for a reason, and so many higher uppers have their hands in the mix, they don't even know which way to steer. I'm just saying. So Elon Musk also, SpaceX Starship exploded and ground flight at Florida's airports. Which then is this now? Okay. So they canceled flights. There were delays and everything because of that whole rocket testing failure. So if you're from Florida and you tried to get out and you couldn't get out and you had no idea why, there's why. They testing some things out. They're testing some things out. So SpaceX launched Starship again. Another catch and another crash. Come on, people. They got started. You would think they got all of this money that they got some type of sense. Not sense, but sense. Y'all know what I'm saying. And then we're back into the tariffs between Mexico and Canada. They're saying it's still wary, but we can breathe a little bit easier. I don't think so. We cannot breathe a little bit easier, but that's what they're saying. All right, so President Trump suspended tariffs, of course, for both countries after Mexico's leader presented her security success. And after U.S. market fell, okay, and businesses urged the White House to change its course. So do we still actually have to worry about these tariffs being put in place? So President Trump got a call with President Claudia of Mexico on Thursday, and he was firm. The tariffs were inescapable. So eventually it will happen. But right now, it's another delay. Though some of us are still seeing like prices climb on certain items. Hopefully it's nothing major. So he said he agreed to suspend tariffs on Mexican goods up at least until April 2nd. So it seems like The tariffs are being suspended for like a month at a time. He later extended the same pause to Canada, right? Reversing the enormous 25% tariffs. 25%. Trust me, it may seem like a low number, but it's not. It's not a low number, and guess what? You and I are going to have to pay that cost. I feel like a child who just got sent to school because I think I put a little bit too much shea butter on. And I feel like I'm oily as, I don't know, something. Oily as something. I'm not good with coming up with that type of stuff. Oily as what? Y'all give me something. I feel like I'm as oily as or as greasy as what? A belt, like when you oiling a belt in a car or a bike. I don't know, y'all. So prepare for disruption. Are y'all ready? For those of you who do have children and people, well, family and young people still in school. So prepare for a disruption. Yes, they are talking about booting the Department of Education. How dare they? So prepare for a disruption. Alabama leader warns of Department of Education closure. How y'all feel about that one? Though I'm seeing more and more families since COVID. More and more families are turning to homeschool, but still, there's a lot of children that is enrolled in school. So Alabama, this is for Alabama, but it will spread. Trust me. So Alabama schools, and colleges are preparing for possible impact if President Trump moves to close the U.S. Department of Education. There we go. And I heard people saying, they're like, oh, did you know that, he's trying to close the U.S. Department of Education? I'm like, I heard, but I didn't really dig into it. And honestly, I didn't really dig into it just because I've been so busy. But now is the time. So did he sign that executive order on Thursday? If he did, this executive order, right, which is to close the Department of Education, would direct his newly confirmed, pass on an education to close the department that, educators lead. According to reports, that will shift any federal, y'all know you try to sweep that federal stuff out. That would shift any federal regulations, programs, and funding currently managed by the department to another agency. And being that he's trying to sweep out a lot of the funding, this can really affect a lot of families. I didn't even know it was up to the colleges at this point. I did not know that. That's one thing I did not know. So when it comes to Alabama, and I'm sure many states are going to relate to this, and it's very similar in these cases, right? So, but according to Alabama receives a total of about $2.6 billion in revenue from the U.S. Department of Education for kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade. This is schools and colleges, according to a AL.com analysis from the federal data. Okay. So no matter what happens, state leaders are encouraging schools and colleges to brace for changes. And that will mean less funding. Kids will be booted. It means a lot. The education system would go downhill. It's already going downhill, but it will go downhill even faster. In the short run, they're saying, I encourage all those currently supported by the Department of Educators funding and services to prepare for disruption. This is from Alabama. This is the Commission on Higher Education. They said he believes it's likely that the department will be dissolved. Listen up. The funding currently is mandated by Congress. If the education department closes, another agency would be in charge of distributing those funds. The education department also plays an important regulatory role in services for students, ranging from those with disabilities to low-income and homeless households. Well, homeless kids, not households, because, if they're homeless, then it's an issue. So the most concerning scenario would be one in which the regulations remain in place with reduced funding. Y'all think it's just the Board of Education. They coming after the poor folks. Been coming at seniors. I know y'all understand. Coming after the seniors, right? Come on. Let me read this last part because we're not going to read this whole article. Because closing the Board of Education, trying to defund it. Y'all know a lot of our children go to these, funded schools, which is a public school, right? Come on. Here we go. So far, we have no indication that might be the case. Nevertheless, we are closely monitoring the development of this situation. Public colleges and universities in the state rely mostly heavily on federal funding. For those, receive the financial aid, certain school grants and stuff like that, definitely is going to be a big problem. Block it from every single corner. How do I feel about that? If they defund, basically, it's going to be like public schools and stuff like that, because private schools don't get the same funding. Same thing with certain charter schools. They don't get the same kind of funding. But when it comes down to the public school system possibly being defunded, that's a huge problem. And it's not going to just end there. Trust me. So if you did shop at Big Lots and you did rack up on them closing out sales, trust me, you did a good thing. Because guess what? Big Lots is actually talking about reopening a bunch of stores starting in April. And y'all know when that opening starts, the prices are going to be sky high. So if you miss Big Lots, stay tuned. I guess for April, maybe your local Big Lots would be opening right up. So, hey, that's great. Y'all know. Y'all know, right? Y'all know about the food prices and stuff. Like, y'all already know. Y'all feel it. We feel it. We all feel it. I put my Kerrygold in my coffee again. Anyway, so we talking about how food prices were supposed to start dropping just like this, but we know it don't. We know it don't work like that. It was a bunch of talk, just like everything else. So Trump promised lower food prices immediately, but I gave him 6 weeks. Here's what someone said. Here's the gross 6 weeks. It's been 6 weeks. So on January 19th, the last day of Joe Biden's presidency, I went to my neighborhood supermarket and priced 28 items, and it includes things like milk, eggs, bacon, and potatoes. 6 weeks into the second of Donald Trump presidency, I went back to the same store and priced the same items. Why did this person do that? Yes, for comparison, to see if the prices actually started to drop as he promised. Let's see what they came up with. Let's get straight to the point. I don't want to read the whole article. I want to see y'all want to see the comparison, right? I want to see the grocery bill, and here we go. So this person bought Thomas bagels, the 6 in the bag. Y'all know the little bagels. Y'all know the bagels, right? It went from $5.79 to $5.89. And then they bought the dozen of Luke Shearing grade A eggs. I don't even know them eggs. Grade A large eggs. It went from $7.49 to $9.99. That grocery bill just like that. Here's one thing that dropped. 8.9 ounce of Cheerios here went from $5.99 to $5.29. Oranges that they purchased went from $1.29 to 99 cents. Oh, we had an abundance of oranges over in Sam's Club. They had an abundance of oranges still coming in. That's something. The total tab when Biden was president was $146.03. When Trump is president now, it's $147.63. So not much, but still, guess what? It makes you want to throw the eggs because they're too expensive. It's not much of a difference. It went up just a little bit, but it still ain't go down. So, yeah. Sorry that we're still facing this, huh? Yeah, the numbers are going to just keep climbing. Whether we do see that small difference, the small difference is not going to make that big difference. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, prices are still rising. I'm sure we all feel that. Even Miss Tonette, I know you came through and you said, yeah, you had to kind of give it a break or slow down. It was something like that. And you know what? And I think that's all of us at this point. I'm picking, if I see something on sale and if I have it, listen, we're going to get it. We're going to stock it, and we're going to keep trying the best that we can, because that's all we can do. Because who's going to be here for us at the end of the day if crap was to go down? We got to watch out. We got to do this, right? And especially as a woman, though I know some men who definitely make sure their family is good, they're prepared, and I see it on the channels. And personally, you know, these men are darn stockpiling, darn making sure their families are ready for any situation. But as a woman, I feel as if we got to be the holder of it all. Yeah. So Elon Musk with his Starship. Grocery prices promised to come down, but still going up. I heard that Trump is supposed to be doing something about them eggs. And since then, I know that eggs did drop down just by $1. And Walmart, Sam's Club went up. We went to Sam's Club, about last week, and there were no eggs at all. And one person came through with a comment and was like, "Oh, this is BS. There's eggs at my Sam's Club." You got to think about, you know, your neck of the woods, your area. What does your surrounding area look like? Just because one person, you know, store have something, doesn't mean the next person's store is going to have something. They bought all the eggs out. I mean, them eggs were gone, unless they had an issue, but them eggs were gone. But I did go back and they did restock some eggs. I mean, but when they restocked them eggs, guess what? They look like they are quickly disappearing. And them same eggs that used to be like $5 and change is now $9.99 for them. For the regular white eggs, I think it's a 24 count. Yes, $10. So yes. Bird flu. I know. I heard you. I've heard you. Ta-da. How many of y'all think the same? If you're new here, if you are new here, you don't know. And if you've been here before, and if you've been paying attention, and you didn't just come for the entertainment of things, y'all know how I feel. I know everything is a plan, and they planned it through, and they are following through, and I could tell in which direction things are going. I'm sorry to say this, but their plan is actually falling through. This is sad. Like, to just sit here and, you know, look at things and see, like, and then it's not enough. Unfortunately, there's not enough people that's willing to, you know, get. I mean, there are people. You have groups of people that's like this. They are together and they are ready. But there's not enough people in the world that's ready to realize the reality of things. And I could just keep making my videos and do what I do. China to advance more proactive. Let's see, comprehensions. China got some things going on too. Let's see. I'm not going to even jump all the way into China right now. I feel like the U.S. definitely been spending that money on the Temu, even though they have plenty of cases on Shein, on all of them websites. Like, I feel like people been spending the whole. I mean, because the stuff is cheap. Of course, then they have the child labor thing going on. You know, y'all know they got the children like in the warehouse, sweatshops and stuff like that. And some people do not support that, but them sites made some big money. And guess what? It came right here from the U.S. people. But y'all, yes, when it comes down to being prepared, you can only do exactly what you can do and what you feel as if is best for you and yours. Imagine they really go and defund the Department of Education. Oh, it's going to be HE-double-Ls out here. Man. And we are our first children's teachers. You know, some people don't believe that. Oh, they go to school to learn. No, they don't. They don't go to school, you know, just to learn. And then with the Department of Education, just to speak on this real quick before we head out, I'm gonna share the pictures with y'all as well. To speak on the Department of Education, I think it's over here in New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I know Miguel shared this with me over in one of the social media networks. So New Jersey Board of Education drops test. It's something like that. I will have to go back. Exactly. So New Jersey already. Trust it. Y'all better check to see if this happened in your state. New Jersey drops basic reading test for teachers. How you gonna try to teach my child if you ain't even have to pass a basic reading test? You know what? The things I really want to say on this camera, but I want to stay here. I don't want to get there. I want to stay here. But you got to make things make sense. New Jersey has eliminated the requirement for teachers to pass a basic skills test for certification effective January 1st of 2025. Defund the Department of Education then. Go ahead. Y'all already doing it if they don't have the basic knowledge skills to even teach a child. Let me tell y'all, my 4-year-old knows how to spell her name, write her name, know her colors, know her shape, basic little words she's putting together. But why? Why does she know that? How does she know that? It starts at home, guys, when it comes to this, the whole education, academic wise. Though, yeah, they pick up some things from school. They learn some things from school, but you got to teach your child at home. That thing be getting me pissed off. But you gotta close it sometimes. Y'all, it's been a morning. I'm going to get this video edited and get it out to you guys. Hopefully you all did enjoy. If you did enjoy and you are new here, go ahead and subscribe to become part of the family, because I do not want to start my morning off heated. So I'm going to leave this video right here where it's at. You guys like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, because we are on the road to 10K. We will get there, but we need your help. And I know God already got this. He like, girl, we gonna bless you. Yes, we gonna bless you. And I've been being blessed, Woke up this morning and I felt it. I felt it really to my soul. And I'm being honest with you guys. I felt it. So we are here. And we're actually leaving. This is Shauna, and I'm officially checking out from Moments with Us. Make sure you all stay prepped, stay blessed, stay safe, and most of all, remain beautiful queens and kings. Until next time, love you all, and God bless. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend, though. Temps are breaking as of next week, and I'm going to be outside, and I'm definitely going to be enjoying it, y'all. Love you all. God bless.